What defines life? It's a question scientists, philosophers, and lawmakers have debated for generations. But strangely, in one of the most critical contexts, the unborn child, the answer becomes politically blurred. We live in a society where a single microbe found on Mars would be celebrated as life, yet a genetically unique, rapidly developing human being in the womb is dismissed as a clump of cells. That contradiction is not scientific. It's not ethical. It's political. And it's deadly. Let's make something clear. Life begins at conception. From the very moment of fertilization, a new organism comes into being, complete with unique human DNA, distinct from both mother and father. That single cell, the zygote, already has the blueprint for eye color, height, sex, hair texture, and more. Left to develop naturally, it will become a fetus, a baby, a child, and an adult. There is no scientific debate about when human development begins. Embryology textbooks are clear. Fertilization marks the beginning of a new human life. So why, in the eyes of the law, is that life disposable? In 2025 America, it is legal in many states to terminate a pregnancy at various stages, and in the life of a child that would be protected under homicide laws if it were just a few inches further down the birth canal. Let's not mince words. That is a double standard, and that double standard must end. If we truly believe in equal protection under the law, then the most vulnerable human beings, those in the womb, must be protected just as any other person is. Abortion must be legally reclassified as the unjust taking of human life. In other words, as murder. This isn't about controlling women. It's about recognizing what abortion actually is. Let's consider the facts. If a pregnant woman is killed in a drunk driving incident, the perpetrator is often charged with double homicide. If a premature baby is delivered at 24 weeks and then killed outside the womb, it's murder. But if that same child is aborted in utero at 24 weeks, it's a medical decision. This is not just inconsistent. It's unjust. Our laws should reflect reality, not convenience. And the reality is this: if it's a baby when wanted, it's a baby when unwanted. It is hypocrisy to speak of human rights, justice, and dignity while carving out an exception for the unborn. Their size, location, or level of dependence should not determine whether they live or die. What kind of society says a child has value only when someone else wants it? We must stop redefining human life as something subjective. The dignity of the unborn is not a matter of opinion. It's a matter of biology and morality. And if we're honest, we already apply the standard in every other area. Imagine NASA announcing the discovery of a single-celled organism under the ice on Europa. The headlines would scream, "Life found." Billions in funding would be poured into research. The world would watch with awe. Yet here on Earth, a single-celled human being is often discarded without a second thought. What does that say about us? It says we become a society where science is used selectively, where compassion is conditional, where convenience trumps conscience. It says our laws have become unmoored from our values, and it's time to bring them back. We must advocate for a legal redefinition of personhood to begin at conception. From that point forward, the unborn child must be recognized as a living human being under the full protection of the law. That means outlawing abortion as the taking of human life, prosecuting those who perform or enable it under homicide statutes, offering real support for women in crisis pregnancies, and rebuilding a culture that sees every life as sacred, from conception to natural death. This isn't a call for cruelty. It's a call for consistency. It's a call for justice. The unborn are the only group of humans that can be killed legally for any reason in many places. That is not liberty. That is legal discrimination based on age, location, and dependency. Murder, by definition, is the intentional killing of an innocent human being. If we believe the unborn are human, and the science says they are, then abortion is murder by the plain meaning of the word. And if that's true, then we have a moral duty to act. We must change the laws. We must protect the unborn. And we must speak truth to a culture that has tried to silence conscience. Some will say this is too extreme, that it's unrealistic, that people aren't ready. But were they ready when abolitionists fought to end slavery? Were they ready when women demanded the right to vote? Were they ready when civil rights activists marched for equality? Justice never waits for popular opinion. It demands courage, conviction, and action. The unborn cannot march. They cannot protest. They cannot vote. But we can. And until the law recognizes abortion for what it truly is, the unjust killing of a human being, we will not stop speaking. We will not stop voting. We will not stop defending those who cannot defend themselves. Because society that denies the right to life has no foundation at all. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to end the double standard. It's time to treat abortion for what it truly is, not a choice, but a crime. Life begins at conception. That's not politics. That's science. And it's time our laws caught up.